That day she can go on like you see.
Inspiration.
What is the first one?
The PNP is calling for independent audit of gun licenses. The opposition spokesman on national security, Fitz Jackson, is calling for an independent audit of the 29 cases in which a former security minister overruled the decision of the board of the FLA to reject applications for gun licenses. According to Jackson, the recent revelation that the former Minister of National Security, Robert Montague, overruled the recommendations of the country's intelligence and security authorities and granted firearm licenses to persons with adverse findings is unnerving. In light of the revelation, he says the current National Security Minister, Dr. Horace Chang, needs to immediately establish an independent audit of these 29 cases and overturn the decisions as he did in the revocation of the used car scandal.
This, and I quote, 29 times Mr. Montague deliberately went against expert advice and possibly empowered persons with criminal intent. Mr. Jackson said that. Wow, if that is in fact so, why would he do that? He said he continued the Firearm License Act establishes the review board to advise the Minister on Appeals. That body upheld the FLA's decision not to grant the individual a gun license. However, it appears that in order to bypass the established process, the former minister concocted the classification of national security asset to make it easier for him to grant firearm and ammunition licenses to persons of questionable character deemed associated.
National security asset. Okay. National security asset?
I think that would suggest something like an informer or something like that.
Is it?
I don't know.
Informant?
Yeah.
There's a difference between...
Yeah. I don't know. But if this is in fact so, then something need to fix about that, no?
And also, if it is that there's nothing awry, then the audit should be welcomed.
Yeah.
So, I guess we'll see how that plays out.
We continue.
Oh.
Head of the Institute for Gender and Development Studies at UWI, Dr. Leith Dunn, has called for the transportation sector to partner with the government to combat human trafficking, which he says is a major issue in our country. I quote, "The transport sector is an area that we need to really partner with. How can we partner with our taxi drivers who are often involved in moving people from one place to the other? How can we get our transport and travel sector to really be more informed about human trafficking?" Trying to figure out the reason we're saying this.
Because chances are that the transportation sector...
Moving them like to the airport and stuff like
wherever.
that.
So she wants folks to educate taximen. It would be instructive that we educate taximen as to the signs that they're to look for, because many times when a person is being trafficked, they're held against their will. They're not able to speak definitively to anyone when they're asked questions, as the persons who are trafficking them are the ones who will answer. So I guess look for the red flags and to try and see what you can do to help stop this crisis. Speaking of crisis, Turkey is in problems, eh?
Yeah.
Turkey's currency dropped again Monday. Turkish lira plunged as much as 11% against the dollar, hitting a record low before recovering some of its losses in volatile trading. It had already plummeted more than 20% last week as a political clash with the United States intensified and investors fretted about the Turkish government's lack of action to tackle the problems plaguing its economy. Economists are warning that if confidence is not restored quickly, Turkey could lurch into a recession and debt crisis requiring a bailout from, guess who?
The United States?
The IMF.
The IMF.
The IMF. So that's that for our hot topics.
Where our dollar is now?
130 plenty. 36?
136.
Didn't they go to 38 last week? 138 last week?
136.
Sure?
Well, I put in some gas in my car. It's the first time I drive. I'm serious. It's the first time I drive in that.
And then tell you how much your friend.
No, any car takes so much gas. Maybe I wonder because...
It not take more gas, it's just that the gas costs more.
But that's what I'm saying. The money that I pay is the first time I pay so much, and I was a little concerned because if it go no further, I don't think it would have registered on the pump. No, serious. When I see it, I go to me. I said, could you just fill my tank, please? And that's what I watch this up. I almost ball out and say, hold on, the little bit.
Hold dog!
Yeah, I say, I have so much money
Bank
to pay
account
this.
can't
I never
manage
see
it,
nothing,
please.
so. I mean, just see this up and I go, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then.
Ding, 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 you win.
When it reaches 9, I say, but I don't think the pump have the capability.
Oh, yes, it does.
To show you a 10.
Yes, it does.
Seriously, that has never happened to me before.
It's called.
So maybe if I big my tank, I get bigger as I drive.
And you know, that's not it, so.
Boy. Whew.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Okay. So you have birthday greetings?
I do have birthday greetings.
Who's born today?
First I want to say condolences to the family of Mr. Ernie Francis, who was killed at his gate a couple of nights ago. A pastor. I actually coached both his sons at St. George's College. His wife got shot in her leg. I pray a speedy recovery for Mrs. Francis, but condolences to the family. Can't figure out what would have caused that going home at like 9:30.
Police are investigating, so they have some leads.
Wow, incredible stuff. All right, happy birthday first to Mia Parks is her name. She is 7 years old. This is a belated greeting, Mia. I hope you had a wonderful day. Mia is such a beautiful young lady. There she is. Greetings came from your mom, Lori, your dad, Jermaine, and your goddad, Simon, who working in the here. Just want to say, there you are, Mia. Hope you had a great day. And your goddad is my very good friend. So I hope you had a brilliant day. Belated birthday greetings to Jacqueline Simpson. She's from Plantation. It's from her dad, Louis Burke. So,
wow, how are you there, Lou?
So, Miss Jack, I hope you had a great day. Why I think I have another one and I can't find it somewhere.
I have one. You look in the meantime.
Right,
this is Deshante, everybody. She's 5 today. Happy birthday to you, young ma'am, young lady, coming from your mom, your dad, your grandma, your grandpa, and your uncle. 5 today. Have a great day, Deshante.
There you go.
And?
No, I don't think, ma'am.
Can I find it? I'm sure you'll find it before the show is out.
Yeah,
by the time we come back from break, he'll find it.
Yeah,
you know, he's a birthday king.